What's up, world? It's your girl T Fizzle. Okay, so I have two Dear T letters that are very very similar, and they're both dealing with dark skin. Two of my subscribers wrote me a letter, and I think I can tie both of these into one and help them both out. Basically, that subscriber had watched my video on interracial dating, and when I was talking about having interracial kids and how some people big up certain features on a certain child, and then on another child they'll make them feel bad or less than for not having those features. And she's basically writing me to tell me that her best friend household is like that. She said her best friend and her older sister are both biracial. They have Rapunzel length hair. They're both light skinned, really pretty girls, whatever. And their younger baby sister, who's 10 years old, is dark skinned with short, coarse hair. She has a different father from the other two. And so she says when people see the little girl, they always make fun of her. They're like, who the hell is that? Why is she tagging along? People don't even realize that they're related to this little dark skinned girl, that that's their little sister because they look nothing alike. So the little girl has a lot of self-hate issues, and she feels like she's not as pretty as her big sisters. And supposedly they have found a note that the little girl wrote where she was saying that she hated herself, she hated the way that she looked. And my subscriber wanted to know ways to go about helping the little girl because she says her and the little girl have the same skin tone, and she wants to know what she can do to go about helping raise her self-esteem. The second letter I got was from a subscriber of mine who's 15, and she's gone through some self-esteem issues as well, being a dark-skinned female. So I'm going to read her letter. She says, "Hey T, I'm 15, and I always watch your videos. They're great. Can you please make a video on dark-skinned girls who have low self-esteem from being picked on? I'm dark-skinned, and I think I'm beautiful, and so do my parents, but it seems like no one else sees it. Society today is only focused on long hair, thick red bones, in the words of Lil Wayne. I know everyone isn't focused on it, but it seems like that's just the way it is. Lighter skinned girls always get all the attention, and this has made me come to a theory. A guy will pick a basic looking light skinned girl over a gorgeous dark skinned girl any day. Anyways, I guess as long as I know I'm beautiful, that's all that matters. But I really hope you can make a video on this topic." So that's what I want to do. I want to kind of tie both topics in together because it's dealing with young girls with low self-esteem about their skin tone. And contrary to popular belief, I do not hate light-skinned girls. If you've watched all of my videos, and I've always been the type of person to say that at the end of the day, somebody cannot help what color they are. A light-skinned person can no more help their features than a dark-skinned person. I can't help how I was born, neither can they. So I don't know why people think that I have issues with light-skinned people. My mom is light-skinned. My kids are light-skinned. I have no issues with light-skinned people. Contrary to popular belief, I have no issues with anybody as far as their race, their skin tone, whatever. But I'm not going to dumb down my experience or act like what I went through is irrelevant or didn't shape me to become the person I am today to make you feel comfortable. Like, my experience is just my experience. If you weren't teased and if you didn't go through it, that's great. But I know how I felt when I went through the teasing and people, trying to pick on me because of my skin tone because they really couldn't find nothing else to pick on. With that being said, no one can help how they look. But in regards to the first letter with the girl with the mixed older sisters and she's dark skinned, I think the way that you're going to have to help her is to, when you're around her, carry yourself in a good light. Keep yourself up, well dressed, well groomed. Little girls emulate other women and other girls. Little girls want to be like other women that they see. So if you're carrying yourself up and you look nice and you carry yourself like a good woman, she's going to look up to that. She's going to look at it like, wow, there goes another dark-skinned girl who's my complexion. She's pretty. She can dress well. She's articulate. She's cool. She got herself together. You will be somebody that this little girl will look up to. Another thing I would do is also talk to her mother and her sister and let them know, sometimes we say things around kids and we don't realize how kids take them and they internalize them. I would say talk to the mother and talk to the sister and just tell them to kind of watch what they say around her because it's really affecting her self-esteem. The mother should not be bigging up the older daughters. She should not be bragging on their features. She should not be bragging on their hair. And then when it comes time to doing the little dark-skinned girl's hair, it's the attitude of you breathing heavy. treat it the same way. It shouldn't be no different. If you're doing your child's hair, you're doing your child's hair, regardless of what her hair grade is, what she looks like. You know, they need to start coming up with words to encourage her, make her feel good about herself, and just let her know that she's beautiful. At the end of the day, she will get comments from people. That's human nature. I'm not gonna lie, I've had friends or people that I've met and I've seen them, they look a certain way, and then I meet their family and it's like, are y'all related? They don't look nothing alike. You know, I might have a biracial friend, and then you go and I see her sister. They got the same mom and dad, but the sister look full black, and I'm like, well, damn, how does your sister look so dark and you look straight up mixed? That's just human nature. People like to put things together. People feel like things should flow. So if it's two mixed light skinned sisters and this little dark skinned girl comes out of nowhere, that just, I don't know, just it's just something in the human psyche. It just makes people confused, and it's like, well, where did she come from? You know, it's rude, it's not right, but that's human nature. They're just gonna get that for the rest of their lives. That's just how people are. I mean, it's like that with my kids. They have two different hair textures, and even though I don't make neither one of my kids feel any type of way about their hair, I take care of their hair the same, they will forever hear the comment, well, how come his hair ain't like his? Or why is his hair red? Or why is his hair nappy? Or why is it, you know what I'm saying? It's just something they just gonna have to hear. They're gonna hear that the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people just have issues. People want to know why things are not in sync. When people see certain things, they expect things to flow. That if you have kids by different people, you have to realize they may not come out looking nothing alike. But you got to treat those kids equally, because you will cause them to have a conflict. Now, on to the second letter. The 15-year-old who's dark-skinned and who's having issues and stuff like that. To you, what I would say is, at the end of the day, are there going to be some men out there who just like a woman just because she's light-skinned? It don't matter if she got one good leg and no arms? Yes. Some people just have a preference. Some people are just stuck on certain things. You can't change that. You know what I'm saying? You cannot change what people are attracted to. Say that you have a high enough self-esteem about yourself, but do not feel bad about yourself because of your skin tone. Too many times as dark-skinned women, we're made to feel like we're less than, we're not as good as. And that's the part that irritates me. And I see it on YouTube all the time, these dark-skinned women pity parties. We need to stop feeling pitiful for ourselves and being on some, oh, woe is me stuff. I don't watch videos with dark-skinned girls crying, talking about the reason why they didn't get the job was because they were dark-skinned. And there was a light-skinned girl in the interview room, and they were sure that the light-skinned girl got the job, and it's colorism and this, and that. And it's like, are you sure it's colorism? Maybe your ass didn't know how to interview. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop butting heads with this whole light skin, dark skin thing. I just think it's just the stupidest thing. At the end of the day, we're people. At the end of the day, it don't matter how light you are. White folks still see you as a black person. And you got to learn to love yourself. You can't take that anger and frustration out on nobody else. You have to learn to love yourself. And as far as, as far as light skinned women being featured more in videos and stuff like that, like I said in my Joy Daily vlog, when I had talked about the video vixen thing, until they start saying that dark skinned girls can't be IT techs, doctors, lawyers, nurses, I don't give a damn about being no video model. I don't give a damn about being in no rapper's video. This shit is degrading. You know what I'm saying? I don't like seeing no black women in them videos. Light skin, dark skin, or otherwise. Most of those hip hop videos are degrading. Point blank, period. So to me, if a dark skinned girl cannot be featured in a hip hop video, so the fuck what? That ain't no real career, no way. So don't worry about that. And don't worry about the Lil Waynes of the world and the people who say this, and that about dark skinned women. As long as you know who you are and you're confident within yourself, you got to just learn to brush that off. Everybody ain't going to be attracted to you. Point blank. I don't care if you light skinned. Everybody's not attracted to light skinned women. Just like everybody's not attracted to dark skinned women. People are going to have their preferences. At the end of the day, you got to find somebody who likes you for who you are and who wants you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like your self-esteem getting low behind, you feeling like light-skinned girls are getting more attention, you just going to go through that. I went through that, you know what I'm saying, where I could have on the baddest outfit and be cute, and I'm saying next to this chick who's a ragamuffin, but because she's light-skinned, dudes may flock to her, and that's cool. And if a dude is willing to flock to her and she is dressed the way she's dressed and she's not carrying herself no type of way, then that's not a dude that I need to be with. You feel me? So don't get angry and bitter towards light-skinned girls. don't even get involved in the whole light skin, dark skin thing. I just think it's just a silly debate, and it's just another way to divide us. At the end of the day, we're all black. I don't give a damn how light you are, how light your eyes are, how straight your hair is. At the end of the day, you are still considered black in America. Point blank, period. So, you know, don't worry about stuff that don't matter. Being in music videos, being a video vixen, that's all irrelevant shit. Don't even worry about it. It's not even nothing to stress over. Focus on school, focus on getting yourself together, and get out there and make friends. Get out there and get to know other girls. You know what I'm saying? Too many times as dark-skinned girls, we don't want to be cool with light-skinned girls. We don't want to be cool with mixed girls. And when you do that, you're missing out. You know what I'm saying? Some of my bestest friends that I've had in life have been white girls, biracial girls, Mexicans. You know, you got to get out and mingle and get to know other people, because we can learn so much from each other, because that same feeling and low self-esteem that you might be feeling about your dark skin, you never know. You might meet a light-skinned girl and she's feeling the same way. One of my best friends went through that. She was always teased for being light-skinned and having long hair, and people automatically assuming that she thinks she's all that, or that bitch, you know, da-da-da. And that's not even the type of person she is. She don't think nothing, no, you know what I'm saying? She's just herself. But because she looks a certain way, people automatically label her. So if we really took the time out to get to know one another and just put aside the skin tone differences, we would realize that as black women, light skin, dark skin, we have so much in common. Same stick that we get beat with the negative comments, the bullshit, a lot of light skinned girls go through that too. A lot of light skinned people go through that too. So you may be called darky and tar baby. Well, they're called high yellow and banana. Either way, these are not their names. I wasn't named tar baby, and that person wasn't named high yellow banana. You know what I'm saying? So those names don't feel good, no matter who it's coming from, no matter who's directed to. Names just don't feel good. So at the end of the day, we all need to learn to treat our children equally and learn to love ourselves for who we are. You know what I'm saying? Love your dark skin for what it is. Love your light skin for what it is. At the end of the day, God, whoever you believe in, made us that way for a specific reason. So this video helps you guys out somewhat. All right, deuces.